More updates as well. Donald Trump, who returned to the White House after 4 years, started off by signing a flurry of executive orders after taking oath as the president for a second term. And one of the most prominent orders is the one that revokes birthright citizenship. Now, this decision set in motion a move to end automatic citizenship of children who are born in the United States to non-citizen parents. The executive order signed by Trump specifies that for a child born in the United States to gain citizenship, at least one parent must be a U.S. citizen, a legal permanent resident, or a green card holder, or a member of the U.S. military. Now, this decision could have a direct impact on the children who are born to non-citizen Indian parents. As per the birthright citizenship, anyone born on American soil is automatically granted U.S. citizenship, regardless of the citizenship or immigration status of the parents. Now, this provision was enacted in 1868 and was designed to extend the citizenship to all persons who are born in the United States. Trump, though, has categorically said that he wants to end birthright citizenship because it is ridiculous, and he meant that he wants to discourage illegal immigration, as explained by his team on social media posts. My colleague Rishabh is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Rishabh, this is a decision that the president has spoken of time and again during his campaign as well. He had spoken about a decision to end birthright citizenship that could come into effect. And this is one of the first decisions that President Trump has taken as well. How is it going to impact the Indian Americans who are in the United States?
Well, Pratibha, definitely. If we talk about Donald Trump, the president of the United States, one of the few, announcements to start with was on immigration. President Donald Trump announced severe new restrictions on immigrations and asylum in the United States, and hours after taking the office on Monday, these are the decisions have come in, and he has declared that he will send troops to U.S.-Mexico border and attempt to end birthright citizenship. And remember, how does this mean? What does this mean? For example, the first generation shift happens from anywhere in the world to the United States, where you get the green card and your children are born in the United States. They naturally become a U.S. citizen, or they'll have an option to take U.S. citizenship or the citizenship of their native country once they turn 18. But here, Donald Trump is also talking about axing that, birthright certificate as well, birthright citizenship certificate as well. So definitely tough days for immigrants to come, and it would be interesting to see how things happen. Remember, we are talking about immigrants from South America. We are talking about immigrants from Mexico, Canada, and very importantly from India and Southeast Asia as well. These immigration and asylum laws of the United States, if they're changed as per the announcement that have been made time and again by Donald Trump during his campaign, it is going to be tough days to come for the immigrants.
Okay, all right. Stay with us. Strategic expert Pratikrit Payne is also joining us on the broadcast. How do you look at this affecting the Indian community, and is it going to affect those who are already in the United States? How do you see this play out?
Well, I think if you are a legal immigrant into United States and if you have citizenship, then it doesn't impact you. It is all about the illegal infiltrators. Many of such elements come into India as well. It is about illegal infiltrators coming into United States and ensuring that they give birth to their next generation inside United States, so that by naturalization, the next generation gets a citizenship. I think that is horribly illegal. It cannot be legitimized in any way. And if there is a process of ensuring that those who have been legal immigrants, they have come, their next generation takes birth, then that can be considered, and I'm sure America has ways and means of dealing with that. But this is purely a nexus, an ecosystem which has been working to ensure that people give their birth to the next generation into United States deliberately after infiltrating, so that there's a naturalization process that can be misused. And I think to that extent, Donald Trump has been extremely right in bringing certain changes in that. I do not think the Indian community gets impacted. If anybody from India has gone to United States on H1B visa to work on a specific project, he cannot have a birthright that I would invariably become an American citizen. And America is for the people of America. It is not for every Indian who wants to go to United States and get a natural citizenship. So if he applies for it, then it's okay. But if it doesn't get it, doesn't mean that America has done injustice to him, because when he goes to United States to work, he is going for a work. The United States has even given a blanket check that every person who goes for a work to United States invariably will be made a citizen. So I think there are areas where we have to be a little more rational. I don't think it impacts the Indians in general who have already been naturalized, who have got citizenship. I don't think the approach of Donald Trump government is towards, genuine legal immigrants. It's about illegal immigration. Illegal immigrants are different from legal immigrants, and that distinction has to be understood.
Okay, so Indian Americans account for about 1.47 of the U.S. population. You're saying it's going to affect more of the illegal immigrants than those who have gone there legally. But what are the legal implications of this executive order? Could this be challenged?
Well, I think any kind of order can be challenged in the Supreme Court, and I'm sure those who have been advocating, supporting illegal immigration into United States are also, preparing for it. But given the kind of mandate that United States has given to Trump, given the kind of conviction with which United States government under Donald Trump has made it clear that they will work on this, given the fact that he has even, decided to declare emergency in southern borders, I think it will not be easy for anti-Trump lobby to stall it. Yes, invariably there will be legal disputes. It will be taken up to Supreme Court. That happens in any democratic country. It would happen in this case also. But as an Indian, law-abiding, tax-paying Indian, I strongly support action against illegal infiltrators, whether it is in United States, whether it is in India or anywhere else. Any country belongs to its own citizens. It cannot be some kind of a ghetto for anybody coming in and just ensuring that he gets a place. There has to be a distinction between us and them when a nation is built. And I think even for United States, I know a lot of my friends have settled down in the United States. If there is a process you follow, of course you can become a citizen, and there's a huge contribution the Indians actually make to the American economy. So they want that to continue. But those who just cross the border illegally and expect it to be their birthright and fundamental right to be made citizen, I think there has to be stop to that.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us with your expertise. The critics say order cannot be executed legally because of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Senior consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary is also on the broadcast with us. Srinjoy, there are concerns that this could greatly impact the Indian community as well, but some also argue that this is intended towards those who are illegally there. The illegal immigrants are going to be more affected by this. How is it going to play out in the United States, and should the Indian community be worried?
Well, first of all, there are about 5 million people of Indian origin in the United States. Many of them are American citizens, so it does not affect them. Many more of them probably, or perhaps an equal number, are green card holders, so it does not affect them either. Then there is a third lot who are on visas, like H1B visas, or student visas. There are 330,000 Indians who have student visas. So it does not affect them. As you rightly said, it affects people who have illegally crossed the border. Now that too is a large number. That would be into thousands as well. Now, again, there are problems there because some of them may have become fathers or mothers there. So then their children are American citizens because they are born in America. So these things have to be taken into consideration. But the point is that there is a backlash that is building up. Because now there are people who are saying, especially the MAGA crowd, saying AI doesn't just mean artificial intelligence. It means another Indian. Now, this is something the Elon Musk section of the Trump government does not like. Elon Musk and people like him want more H1B visas, more competent Indians. On the other hand, the MAGA crowd is not in favor. So eventually we have to see what Trump finally decides.
Okay, all right. Shinjoy, thank you for joining us with those details.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Trump.
The golden age of America begins right now. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day. I will very simply put America first.
Well, in a significant diplomatic gesture, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar attended the swearing-in ceremony of Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States. What stood out during the event was Jaishankar's prominent seat in the front row, signaling India's close ties with the United States. Jaishankar took to Twitter, calling it a great honor to represent India at the inauguration ceremony of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance as the Vice President. Jaishankar also met key members of President Trump's administration during his Washington visit. In photos shared online, Jaishankar was seen shaking hands with Vivek Ramaswamy, who's reportedly eyeing a run for the Ohio governor, and also met the FBI chief, Kash Patel, who heads the U.S. immigration crackdown. This comes after the Congress raised concerns, claiming that Prime Minister Modi had not been invited to the ceremony and that India, as a Vishwa Guru, deserved greater recognition. Jaishankar's front row seat, however, has been seen as a strong symbol of honor and the growing friendship between the two nations, leaving the opposition red-faced. Let's listen in to what the Congress had said earlier.
ट्रंप ने अपने वोट में नहीं बुलाकर पूरे हिंदुस्तान का अपमान किया है। ये मोदी जी का अपमान नहीं समझते हम लोग। भारत महाशक्ति के रूप में बात करते हैं लोग और महाशक्ति के प्राइम मिनिस्टर को नहीं बुलाने की बात होती है, तो इसका मतलब मुझे यही लगता है कि हमारी हिंदुस्तान की जो जिस तरह से रुपया की गिरावट हो रही वैसे हिंदुस्तान की हो रही, ऐसा ट्रंप को लग रहा है क्या?
हम तो आशा कर रहे थे, उम्मीद कर रहे थे कि विश्व गुरु हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जिगरी दोस्त ट्रंप के, जो गए थे चुनाव में नारे लगाने कि अगली सरकार ट्रंप सरकार, वो बैठे दिखेंगे मुझे। लेकिन मुझे दुख है कि उन्हें नहीं बुलाया गया, भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को नहीं बुलाया गया। दुनिया में कोई देश पिछले 70 सालों में जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के आने के पहले भी उपलब्धि रही है कांग्रेस सरकारों की, राजनीतिक स्तर पर, आर्थिक स्तर पर, भारत को नजरअंदाज नहीं किया जा सकता।
In fact, it's not just the Congress. The Indian newspaper National Herald has also raised concerns over Prime Minister Modi's absence at Donald Trump's inauguration. National Herald published an article on the 19th of January claiming that Trump views Prime Minister Modi as a right-wing leader and that the United States did not consider him important enough to extend an invitation. The article went on to call it an unambiguous snub and claimed that Trump's message was clear. The United States would not welcome RSS pracharaks. We all know what Trump thinks about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Listen in to what Trump had said during his assessment of the world leaders on the Flagrant podcast. Listen in.
Modi, India. Yeah. He's a friend of mine. He's great. But on the outside, he looks like he's your father. He's the nicest, total killer. He's the nicest human being. But we had a couple of occasions where somebody was threatening India. I said, let me help. I'm very good with those people. Let me help. I will do it. I will do it. then I will do anything necessary. We've defeated them for hundreds of years.
Wow.
He was talking about a certain country.
Yeah.
You can probably guess the country.
Yeah.
Can't fathom which.
You know the country.
Yeah.
But I said, whoa, what happened there?